So in the yesterday's session, we covered up to membership, okay, checking the membership operators in a string. So now the next topic is comparisons of a string. Comparison. So what is the comparison operator? We already discussed in the previous session. Okay. So about comparisons between the two statements or two values using this kind of greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. These are all comes under one part of the operators concept. Okay. So how we can perform the comparison of a string here by using this comparison operators? I'm just copying this code and trying to execute in Python class, Python program. Okay, Catalan. So comparison will be performed based on the alphabetical orders. Okay. So where this is Selenium. 1 second. Python programming. In the Python programming. See, the file name should be anything. We can give our own name also. Okay. pawan.py, you can give anything. But the code should be written in the Python only. Okay. The Python file name and code class name, it should not be the same. Okay. You can write different names also. Don't confuse why it is delete.py like that. That is the flexibility in Python. So if you are writing the Java program, so the Java name and class name should be same. But in Python, it should be different. You can write your own code. File name should be anything. Okay, here S1 is equal to some one string, S2 is equal to some one string, and then I'm using this if, elif, right? Just remember these conditions we discussed in the previous sessions. Okay, this is the code. Okay, so the first line of code is what? S1 means input. Input enters first string. Okay, and S2 is second string. If S double equal to operator, S double equal to S2, print both strings are same. Elif means, right, switch condition in Java. So here, so if elif else, you can write multiple elifs, if elif else, like that, based on the requirement. So elif S1 less than S2, print first string is less than second string, else first string is greater than second string. Okay, I'm going to run the program. So I will enter first string. First string is greater than second string. How it is possible? Because of list of characters. See, the equality operator will work on integers, floats. We know directly we can say 5 less than 5 equal 5 double equal to 10. Then it will show what both are not equal. 5 is less than 10 based on the conditions, because those are numbers. But how it is possible for strings? Because of length of characters. So, and along with the length of characters, it might be few more concepts called internally. It will convert the strings into different formats like binary, all those things based on the requirement. That's a in-depth functionality. Basically, we won't use it. So we can simply say we can compare the strings by using this length function. Okay, we already discussed about a length function. It will calculate the length function. Based on that, it will identify the greater than and less than. It will apply this length function in the both strings and calculate the greater than and less than of the strings. Okay. Next one is removing spaces from a string. Okay. Removing spaces from a string. For the time being, I am copying it. Okay. To complete them in a quick manner. So you have to write it line by line while doing practice also. Even though if I copied, I will explain line by line logic. Okay, why we have written here, what is the logic, everything. So please concentrate. Because this notes was prepared a long back, it was there in the Word document. We used key, all this numbering system. Okay, see, this program intention is removing the spaces from a string. Okay. String, I have declared a string what? SCT. SCT is string name. I mean variable name. Here I have given a comment like removing the spaces from the string. SCT equal to city dot strip. Sorry, I forget to write this. So first of all, we have to enter the city from the keyboard, right? City equal to input of enter your city name. Enter your city name. So I want to enter one city name and I want to remove the spaces if we entered with spaces. In case while entering the city name, Hyderabad is there or Secunderabad is there, Bangalore, Chennai, like that. So if you enter space before Chennai, double space, I mean any space, if you single space also, if you leave a space before a name or after a name, how can we remove the spaces from a string? I will show you one real-time example in the programming point of view also. See, these are all the demo sites to for our practice purpose. Okay. So even though once we move to the automation using Selenium, after completion of Selenium tool, we have to practice multiple websites to automate. If you are working professional, you can automate in your live project, whatever you are working. If you are not a working professional, you can take a Google or Gmail, Facebook sites to automate. This site will help you different kind of applications like here. See, if I click on this telecom project, these people will provide you one a demo application called telecom project. So here, see, add customer. All these are the demo applications you can practice for your automation purpose. Okay. So now this is the registration page for this application. See, generic way I'm saying, because how so you are saying what about string, how to remove the space, all those things, where these remove spaces are using in real time, how it is useful. So this is the use case. First use case is here I am trying to provide my name as a first name. For example, accidentally you have provided a space here, double space here, triple space here, whatever space you have provided. But once you entered your details like this, once you click on submit to register into this application, what will happen? Initially, front-end people, front-end developers only, they will block you. I cannot accept this kind of spaces in the input. They will block you. You will get a pop-up. So spaces, please remove the spaces to enter the data. They will write some message. Okay, if they forget to do the validations in the front-end side, what will happen? Back-end developer is the responsibility. Currently, we are developers. We are not automation testers. Still, we are in the programming phase. So the back-end developers, okay, who are the backend developers? Either Python developer, Java developer, .NET, Ruby, JavaScript, whatever it is. The backend developers. So currently in our case, we are a Python developers. So they will use this kind of removing spaces before and after from the input of a string. They will implement it. Why? Because it might be a chance the customer, see, you are using a Facebook, or in your kid is using a Facebook, and the people, the like business people is using a Facebook nowadays. Working small people, like non-educated people also, labor people, labor in the sense work, small jobs who are doing, right? So working people, so those people like daily wage people also, everyone are using Facebook. How? Because of social networking usage and the all the flexibilities, all those things. So they are trying to log in into their application. Okay, they need to enter their username, the Facebook username. For example, the non-educated people, let's take like 50 years old, the old age people. So they know how to log in into the application basically. But while entering their first name, their username in the Facebook, it might be spaces they included before and after, or a middle of somewhere in the reason, because not for the educated people, right? Not for the software people. It is everyone in the world. So everyone can use it. So there might be chance of usage and entering the username with the spaces. how to remove those, how to accept the username without spaces into a backend. How can we send it to the database to validate whether you are a Facebook whole account holder or not? Because of the proper string. I mean, the username needs to be traverse or travel from front end to back end to database. So I will show you the image so that you can get an idea. So after that we will move to the string methods. Why I want to inform you, see, every day we are going to discuss about this web application only. Why the web application architecture is required for automation testers, because we are also developing some script. We have to know while learning a programming language how the request is traversing from one place to another place. Okay, so here let's say this is your Facebook account. Okay, here you are going to enter username, password, submit. Okay, so this case is UI. UI in the sense whatever you are seeing, UI layer, and this is backend programmer layer. This is a DB layer. So here the developer might be anything. Python developer based on your company, Java developer, .NET developer, PHP developer, JavaScript developer. Okay, whatever it is. But the database, so your company may be using Oracle is a your database, SQL Server, Postgres. So many databases are there in the market. Okay, any one of them, your client might be chosen. Okay, so here your client is, who is your client? Facebook. So see, once you enter your username, password, and once you clicked on this submit button, what will happen in the backend? Okay, the request will go to a API call, will go to the backend. Who is there in the backend? The backend Python developers or Java developers. In our case, we are a Python developers. So the Python developer is going to responsible to remove the spaces in the backend, whatever it is coming. Not only the spaces, so many requirements are there which we are doing from the UI side. All those are handled by the front end technologies only. There is a technologies in the front end: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. This JavaScript is responsible to send a request. Once you click on submit, this is responsible send a this JavaScript is responsible to send a request to the backend. This request will done by the JavaScript using API format. Okay, once the request comes to the backend, the backend developer will capture that request and they will validate it. What are the parameters in the request? What is the use of them? Where I need to route? Because this request is what? Login request. Okay, this request is login request. So then we are, that Python developer or the backend developer is responsible to send the request to the database. So the relevant table, the login request contains what? Username and password. It will send to the database. Please check this username and password available in the users table. If it is okay, then send response. If it is not okay, that username password is also wrong also, no worry, I need a response. Then immediately database uses a language called SQL. See, that's the reason if you know if you are a developer, you have to learn all these things, whatever technologies I explain, front end, back end, DB. So the database developer will write a SQL query to fetch the data from the database table called users table. If that particular Facebook account holder is having the username and password in the table, then immediately it will send a response to the backend. Hey backend, I am having that data. If it is there or not, I am sending to you. You can send it to the front end people. Then immediately, again, the backend people, the Python developers or Java developers, whoever it is, they are going to send that response to front end. Hey front end, username is already there. Please show their dashboard page. Please show their dashboard page. the username and password is not available with us, please show error page to the customer. Who will decide? The backend programmer decide. Then based on that, we are expecting error page or login page. So in these situations, one of the scenario, one of the use cases, removing the white spaces from front end and back end of a string will be helpful to accept if the user is enter their username is anyway 100 spaces, 200 spaces also forget unexpectedly the uneducated people, sometimes the old age people, so they cannot calculate, right, all these spaces, how many spaces automatically they have given. So for them, it should be useful. So these are the use cases the developers are going to understand. That is the reason logical thinking is important. So why I explained all this cinema to understand this flow. Okay. Next, here enter the city name. I have created another variable called SCity. You can give any variable name, but a meaningful name I have given SCity. SCity means space city or something. This is my intention. You can give your kid name or your friend name also. Okay, variable name should be anything. Okay, that is meaningful of the program. So if you are declaring any variable a equal to b, sorry, a equal to 10, b equal to 20, why you are giving a and b? You can give first number, second number also. That's your intention. Okay, so SCity equal to city dot strip. There is a function called strip. Okay, this function will help you to remove the spaces from the both on both sides of a word. Okay, if SCity double equal to, here also you can observe double equal to operator. See, if you are good at basics, all those things we are reusing day to day in a programming level. Okay, SCT double equal to Hyderabad, print hello Hyderabad adab. You know, right? Most of the people use Urdu. Okay, that's what we meant, printed like this. Elif SCT double equal to Chennai. What we can say in Chennai? Vanakkam means namaskaram, like greeting. Okay. Elif SCT Bangalore. So Subodaya, something. Okay. Else print your city, entered city is invalid. Okay. Other than these three, we are checking two. One is equality operator using this if else, and we are removing the spaces. So now I am running this program. I want to give Hyderabad. HYDERAPAD. Hello Hyderabad. How it's possible? We applied strip function here. This strip function will remove the city name, whatever we entered from the keyboard, spaces before and after. Okay. And what about right side spaces, sir? There is a R strip function to remove the right hand side spaces. So if I change this simple S to R strip. Left hand side, Chennai, CHENNAI. I have given so many spaces, but it's removed. Okay, what about left hand side? What will be the function? L strip. Left hand side removed. Okay, so now I am giving the fourth scenario. I want to fulfill this else case also, right? I am giving Kerala. Your city is invalid. Like this, you can do the strings. Sorry, remove the spaces from a string. So next topic is finding a substrings in the string. Substring in the sense, I will write you. Finding a substring in the string. Okay, what is substring, sir? So we can use the following four methods, like what is the to find the substring. Substring in the sense, in my name Vishwanath, there is a is there or not. That is called substring. Okay, so find comma index comma r find comma r index. These are the four inbuilt functions that we are using to find the substring of a string. Okay, now I am going to write a string called, you can give input from input also. That's what I am using multiple ways. One program I am giving the string from the input string or any input integer, whatever is it. In another program I am giving from the assigning the value directly statically from the variable like this. Okay. So learning Python is very easy. Okay. Now, sorry. Now print of s dot find of I want Python. Okay, Python is there or not in the string? Is there or not? Yes, it's there. Where it is exactly? It will return the index. It will return what? Index position. We already discussed the indexing, slicing concept, right? Index. What is the index of this Python? What happened? Capital letters. That's the reason. See, this is also another scenario. If your entered substring is not satisfied with any of the string content, it will throw, instead of error, it will throw -1. There is no -1, right? There is no Python here, right? In this index, it will throw by default. So I have to change it to small letter. You can observe in the above string also, Python is a small letter. See, 9. So what is the index of 9? It won't give the entire thing. It will give the P. It will give the P index. Where the Python will start in which index level? 9. So immediately to return 9. Okay. And what about the same thing we next worst, I mean wrong use case we did just now tested, right? I will give Java -1, it will return. Okay. And what about instead of this entire word I used called Y. Y means single character. How many times Y is there? One time, two times, three times. But it will print the first occurrence. First occurrence means 10th index. 10th index only. It won't calculate the future indexes. If it is a repeated values, repeated characters also no issue. It will consider as per the programming logic they were defined in that function, first index only. So this is called find method and usage. And next one is rfind. Rfind means if you use this rfind reverse way, it will give the first index from the reverse side. See, this is the 27th index. Rfind reverse left right hand side. Okay, negative index side. So find means it will start from left side. Rfind means negative index side. And what about these programs are index method? Index method. See, this just now we discussed find and rfind. And what about index and rindex? Index method is exactly same as a find method, except that if the specified substring is not available, then we will get an value error. So if you use the index method, okay, this is also same like as a find method, but if the value that the substring whatever we have entered is not available in the string, instead of my returning the -1, it will return value error. So if I use here index, it will return left hand side, right? So because it's a index, it's not R index. So first, where is the position of Y? 10. Okay, it's good. Now I am giving Java some characters. Value error. This is the difference between index and find. R index and R find. Major difference is if the character is not present in the string, find method will return -1. Okay. If the particular character is not present in the string, the index method and R index method will return a error called value error. It's the difference. Okay. Now the next method is counting a substrings. Counting a substrings. So how to count a substring? Simple, using count method. You can observe here. Okay. This is the string. Okay. Now I want to count how many A's are there. S dot count of A. That's it. It's a string, right? We have to give in the quotes. 10 A's are there. Okay. I want to count F. How many F's are there? 7 F's are there. Like this you can use. Okay. The next function is replace function. This function, how to use the replace function? This replace function, what is the word meaning of the replace? We already know, right? In a generic English word, we can replace the one string into another string. Okay. Now I want to use on the same string. Print s dot replace Python programming is easy, comma, quotes. This entire string I have pasted here. Somewhere I missed something. Okay. Closing braces missed. Sorry. I have to change this side to this side. Control X. In the quotes, Control V, comma, and remove the space. Now we can observe. Here is quotes. Okay. See, it's replaced. How it's replaced this entire uncalculated string, okay, unidentified string, because of a simple replace function. Like this, we can use the replace. Okay, so these are all the functions. And another function is called split. Splitting of a string, joining of a string. You want to split a string something, you can split the string in pieces. You want to join the string, you can join the strings. Okay, how it is possible to split and join the strings? Okay, so there is a function called split function and join function. Same like as this. Split and join. Okay, so now s equal to some string, something called this. I'm going to copy this, paste here. Okay, remove this method. So s is equal to, this is a string. Python programming is easy. I want to split in a words. I want to split in a words. How it is possible? So now we can see L equal to, I have taken a variable called L. You can take output also. Okay, anything. Output equal to s dot split. Sorry, s dot split. Okay, I applied split function on s. After that, I want to know the s string content in the words, right? Python is one word, programming is one word, easy is one word, easy is one word. I want to split based on the words. So how can I print one by one? One by one here. S is a collection. Few days back, yesterday only discussed. Loops. S is a collection. I want to iterate the elements which are there in the collection or a string. Here, how many elements are there? Elements in a sense, words in this case, 4. So I want to use for loop for S in output colon print of X. That's it. For loop is done. Oh, sorry. Output. Okay. Output is this. Print of output. See, it's divided. Okay. So how it's divided? Based on our requirement, it was divided in a parts. Splitted. We splitted them. Okay. So now, sorry, not this. Yes, I want to print yes. That's what it's printed multiple times. See, Python programming is easy because the output is nothing but the value which needs to store from the string. The string value we are storing into this output. Finally, right? Initially, string value is what? This list of characters. So we are applying split function s dot split. So what will happen? It will split based on the space. So what about this splitted words where we need to store in output? Finally, this output contains what? Splitted words like this. So here we are applied for loop y I want to print one by one word, okay, one by one word in a from this output. So what is the output currently containing? The list of words. So for s in, you can give for x also. See, don't confuse why you have given multiple times. So you can give like this. For x in output, x in a sense for each value. See, for each, there is no for each loop in Python. For loop contains internally for each loop in Python, not like Java. Okay. For each element in the output, that each element every time validated with x. So for each element in the output, first what is the element? Python. So x value will be Python printed. Again the loop will be rotated. What is the second element? Program. Programming will be printed. X value will be programming. What about the third element? Next iteration, is the element. X value will be the is. That is the case usage of loops. Okay. Then next, join. I want to join a string, sir. So how to join a string? So in that case, so the same scenario, I have taken a list. See, this list, next concept is list only. Don't confuse. Okay. Syntax and all. So Vishwa, not used names. Okay. Python, comma, Java, comma, .NET, comma, PHP. Okay, these are the programming languages. Top programming languages, JavaScript. Okay. See, this is a list. Okay, I will delete this. It's not required. Okay, this is a list. I want to join the list of strings. How it is possible, sir? So, how to join the list of strings? Simple. Use a join method. S equal to, how to join? We need some special characters to join, or we want to join without any special characters. We want to join with the spaces. Some notation is there, right? That is all decoration. So I can give this 3 spaces. Okay. How to write them? These 3 quotes in a quotes. Okay. Done. Dot join of list. Done. Dot join of list. You can observe now how the list of values got joined. Python, Java, .NET, PHP, JavaScript. How it's joined? Because of this join of strings. Okay, this is a method to join the strings. See, you can observe the same regular use case here. If you are entering your first name, last name, own name, first name and last name. Okay. So in some application, we are having a middle name also, right? So these are different places you entered. First name is entered in one place. Second name it is entered one place. Okay. And from one field, this is one input field. This is another input field. How we are joining, like, okay, you are entering 2 different inputs fields here. Okay, just observe. And you are filled your registration for this. Let's say this is a Facebook site. Okay, you are filled you want to register a new Facebook account. You filled all these details, clicked on submit. Tomorrow you are able to log in it. Okay, once you are able to log in it, so you can able to see in the Facebook dashboard page, welcome something, welcome Hari M. Why both first name and last name are coming side by side with the space? Who maintained this kind of logic in the backend? See, the backend developers, the responsibility of the backend developers or front end developers, they make it sense, right? While developing the logic, they want to make it a meaningful way. They want to write, they want to develop the application to understand the end user. So otherwise, if you are entered, once you are filled your registration, if you are entered, once it is completed, if you are logged into your Facebook, welcome Vishwanath, space after 10 gap 10 spaces Maripalepu, something called a dashboard. If you see the dashboard like this, are you feel good? Hey, what is this? Why it is showing like this? I have given my entire name, it is showing my first name only. What about the last name? It was there in somewhere. So many use cases are there. Just go in the testing point of view. You are all the testers, right? negative, positive scenarios, you have to test it. So this situation we can use this kind of join functions in the internal. Okay. So here the backend code programming language is JavaScript. Why you are saying JavaScript? There is a nowadays Node.js is market came into the picture. They are all using instead of this Python and .NET Java. They are using Node.js also in the backend. Okay. That's the reason JavaScript I mentioned. I want to update you. Okay. Then next, these methods we discussed. Done. Join method. Next, what about the next method? Changing the case of a strings. I want to change my case of a string. So what is case? Upper case, lower case, all those cases. You can go down, down, down. Program to display position, substring. These are all programs for your practice purpose. I will share these notes as well. Okay. So splitting a string, so joining a string, so changing the case. You can observe there are the list of methods are available. Upper case, lower case, swap case, title case, capitalize case. You can convert the string. Same Facebook example. While seeing, you see, you can observe here, you are filling your registration form, you are providing your first name starts with small letter. Starts with small letter. But you can observe once you logged into the application, your first letter should be capital. Capital case. Who is doing this? These methods. These internal functions will help you to convert a capital case, title case. Now we are going to check all those functions here. So we'll check this logic here. S equal to some text. Okay, some string. Now I want to print it. All these things one by one. So S dot I will comment remaining thing. S dot upper. This is a small characters, right? It's not a alphabet, small alphabets. It's not a uppercase, small case. It's changed uppercase. Okay. I want to change this lower case. If it is a uppercase, how can it is possible? Copy, paste here, comment this method, function, and run this thing. Lower case. Okay. Swap case is also there. Okay, what about the old approach? This is, I want to copy this. I want to copy, or else I can apply the same. Swap case. What is this? Swap case. So you can observe the capital letters got changed to this thing. Okay. Title case. I will do one thing. I will copy because title we need to, capital letter should be the first, right? Title, title, first letter should be capital something, right? For title, you can observe. This title case. See, first letter should be capital here. L, P, I, V, E, all are capitals. It's a title case. Okay. I want to apply an capitalized. So what is the use of capitalized? See now. First letter only capital. From the entire paragraph, first letter is only the capital. See, this is the scenario that we use cases use in our regular applications. You can observe, you can check in our day-to-day activities, Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, all those worst social network activities. Okay. So next one is checking the starting and ending point of a string. And next is another one is the last way. Okay. Checking the starting and ending point of a string. Ending and starting. So you can use this starts with and ends with. Okay. This will return what Boolean value. Okay. You can observe here. S dot start substring. S, this is the method. Okay. S dot substring. S dot ends with substring. Okay. I want to check this. Okay. These two are the methods. You can remove this from here, the logic. You can say S is called what? This string. Okay. P dot S starts with learning. Yes or no? P dot not P, sorry, print of S dot ends with learning. Is it correct? No, it will return false. Ends with easy. Yes, it's true. True, false, true. True, false, true. This is the function. Okay. This will use to what? To check whether the starting and ending of strings. The last topic is formatting strings. It's okay. The program. This is what? To check type of a characters present in a string. This is called is alpha, alphanumeric, digits, lowercase, uppercase, title case, space case. Why all these scenarios are required? If you enter some string from the keyboard, we have to validate as per the application requirement these kind of functions. See, I explained 15 to 20 functions as of now. So all these will use at a, we cannot use all these at in one string. We may use some of them as per the programming strategy. Let's say if you are filling a online application for what? Okay, competitive exams called government exams, or any competitive instead of government exam or any university exams. Okay, you are filling a form. They will accept your name in the capital letters only, because if you are giving your name like small letters in and other ways also, that's not looking good, right? So they have to maintain a standards each, and they have to understand of the each and every student is, even though forget about online, in the offline also you can observe. If you are filling any application of college university applications or something called bank application, you want to open a bank account or open a credit card and anything, they will specifically mention please write in capital letters. Because if you write in multiple languages, Tamil, Urdu, English only, you can write in multiple languages because your talent, right? You can write the word letter in standing pose, sleeping pose also. That's your talent. But they cannot understand, right? They need what? Capital case only, so that they can understand that the data entry people, the bank people, they can enter it. Okay, he's entered Vishwanath in capital letters, VISW. Okay, generic way. I can understand his spelling and I can enter it, save the, create a account. If you write like different case, how can they understand? That's the reason in the situations we can use these kind of functions to fulfill that requirement. So now I'm going to explain all this stuff one by one. You can check these functions also will return true or false. It won't return any values because these are all booleans. See, here we are having multiple print statements. The right side true or false means that is showing what we are expecting, true or false from the output. I have to remove that thing also. For the time being, I'm using this. Don't copy from the notes while you are practicing. Practice it. Write line by line. Don't copy. Okay, so that you can get a practice. Otherwise, you will confuse it. I running everything. True, false. Why it is? See, this method is alpha. In this function, is only alphabets are available in that string? No, alphabets are there, numbers are there, digits are there. Okay, so that returns basically true. Sorry, alphanumeric. Sorry, this is alphanumeric. I will check it again. See, is alphanumeric means this string contains what? Alphabets and numbers. Sorry, digits. So it's written true. Alphanumeric. This method is alpha. Only alphabets it's required. No. Strings also there. Sorry, strings with digits also there. Then written false. Okay. Is alpha. Yes, it written true. Is digits. Digits only digits are there? No, it's false. And what about is lower? Yes, it's true. Is lower? No, false. Because we are having numbers also. Is upper? Yes. Okay. Is title case? Yes. Last three. No, it's not title case. It's only capitalized case. Again, it is also is title case. Yes. See, you can observe L capital, P capital, E, I capital, is capital. Is space. True. There is a space here. If I remove this, you can run, it will be false. False. So these are all the inbuilt functions we can apply on string to fulfill our requirement in the real-time scenarios from the programming point of view. How it is useful in automation, sir? These are the functions we are having a certain situations. Just now we discussed, right? If the user is entered space, if you are writing the use case, there is a negative use case. If you are trying to enter the space between the before a name, how can you automation script will allow this is a input value? You are using a strip function to remove the space from the left hand side and right hand side. Then automatically if the user is entered any space, your program is in the position to handle it. That's the reason we are going to use in the automation also. Okay, so this is all about strings, and there I am having a list of string programs that is useful for interview point of view. I will share in the group all those programs. Those are typical programs. If you attended Python developer interview, Python automation tester interview, 90% programs which are covered, I am going to share. Okay, it's around I think 11 of 13 programs are there, only 13. See, you can observe. So why it is 13? How many you can say? You can write multiple ways, but mostly they will ask you reverse the content of a string. Reverse the string. I want to custom the string, add the strings. I want to remove the duplicates from a string. So many ways we are there. So tomorrow I will share the notes. I will share the programs in the group, and as well as tomorrow. I mean not tomorrow, Monday. Sorry, we don't have a class tomorrow. Monday we can discuss initial half about those programs, important programs 3 to 4. Remaining programs so you can practice. So after that we can start list data structure. Okay, up to today we covered string data type. Okay, next topic is list data structure. Sir, you said about there is a data types concepts, so there is a list data structure is there, sir. That is the thing we are going to explain. Same like as string, in depth we are going to explain list data structure, the functions what are there in the list one by one. After that tuple, after that set, after that dictionary, like that we are going to explain. Okay, we are going to discuss. Yeah, that's it for today. So if you are having any doubts, so you can ask. I will clarify your doubts. Otherwise we can close the session. I'm going to stop the recording. So in the yesterday's session we covered up to membership. Okay, checking the membership operators in a string. So now the next topic is comparisons of a string. Comparison. So what is the comparison operator? We already discussed in the previous session. Okay, so about comparisons between the two statements or two values using this kind of greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. These are all comes under one part of the operators concept. Okay, so